Hello and welcome. My name is April, and in this video I'm going to show you how I blend acrylic paints using glazes. To start with, I drew out all my hearts using a charcoal pencil. My hearts range in sizes from large to small and are placed in a random direction. I then painted all my hearts white using titanium white. We must paint them white in order for the glazes to show up on this dark background. Now that our hearts are all painted in, let's talk glazes. In order for this technique to work, our paints must be transparent. To check for transparency, if you're using a professional grade paint, it will tell you on the tube of paint whether it is transparent, semi-opaque, or opaque. If you're using craft paint, you will need to test for transparency. To do this, take a scratch sheet of paper, paint a black bar, and then swatch your color across the black bar. Here I'm using blue and I'm dragging it over the black bar, and you see you can't see the blue over the black. This color is transparent. Now we're going to test with green. This is phthalo green, and we're just going to swatch a color over the black bar again, and you see you can't see the green. Now I'm going to take purple. My tube says that this purple is opaque, but since it's so dark, when you drag it across the black, you still can't see the purple. It just makes the black a truer black, a darker black. So I can use this color as well. Now I'm going to take an opaque bright green, and I'll show you what it looks like when the color is opaque. Now we'll swatch this color over the black bar as we've done before. And you can see the green shows up over the black bar, making this color opaque, and therefore we cannot use this green. So I've chosen purple, blue, a green that's transparent, and magenta. Before we start glazing color on our rock, we want to make sure to remove any pencil lines or charcoal marks before we start painting. You can use an eraser to erase pencil marks, and you can use water to erase pencil lines. So now we're ready to start glazing color. I'm going to start with purple, and I'm thinning it down with a lot of water to make it a milk, and then I'm taking just a small amount of paint and I'm quickly brushing it over all of my hearts, going about an inch up. if not maybe 1.5 inches. Let that dry and then glaze blue over that, making sure to bring the blue down over the purple about 1/4 inch. Now I'm taking green and I'm going to glaze that, making sure to bring about 1/4 inch over the blue. Now I'm taking magenta and glazing that onto my hearts. I have a larger section of the magenta, about 2 inches, if you take in consideration the curve of the rock. And I'm making sure to bring that down about 1/4 inch into the green. Now when you glaze phthalo green and magenta, it turns a different color purple. So now you want to let that layer dry. And repeat the process until you're colorated to your liking. Now I'm glazing on a third layer of paint. Now I'm glazing over my fourth layer of paint. Don't be intimidated by the number of layers of glazes that are required to get your color saturated to your liking. These layers dry very fast, so the process doesn't take nearly as long as if you were painting with the regular thickness of the paint. And if you need to, you can go in and spot glaze areas that you need darker or you want blend. Any areas you feel need to be touched up or darkened. And when I'm glazing straight over my background, and you can kind of see where the color is a little bit darker, where the glazes have come across the background. This is okay and expected. All we'll do is take up some of our background paint and touch up the larger areas of black. But once you clear coat your rock, you won't be able to see the difference in the areas where it's been glazed and areas where we've touched up the background. So don't feel obligated to go in and paint between all of your hearts. You won't be able to see the difference in the colors. Now I am taking the background and going in and fixing any of the heart shapes. If I didn't like the way the heart was shaped, I went in and corrected the shapes here. Mainly just fixing the pointed end of the heart. Now that the rock is complete, it's time to sign our name. And there is the completed rock. And now I'll show you what it looks like with the clear coat. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like and subscribe, and make sure to share this video with any of your friends. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.